Okay, welcome everyone. We are here with Harry, Patrick, Matthew, and Jacob, aka the vocal and instrumental band. Very catchy.
Hello.
Hi, how are we all doing?
Good. Thank you for having us.
Good.
We are going to jump into this podcast by playing a little game that tests your rock band knowledge. So,
I know, mine's awful.
Oh,
no.
yes.
Yeah,
Sam
class
Smith
as a rock
classed as a rock band.
Absolutely not.
Take a seat, boys. I got you.
Yeah, first-
Famous last words, Harry.
right, all that's going to happen is we're going to give you 3 songs by a single artist, and you have to name the artist. That's easy enough, no? First 3 songs. 1, Do I Want to Know? 2, Fluorescent Adult.
Yeah, I was going to say Arctic Monkeys. Even I knew that one. Way.
You buzzed in before I was even finished. That was rude.
Yeah, very rude. I was waiting for Megan to finish.
Yeah, sure.
Megan to
Right,
finish.
so the next one is number 1, It's My Life. Number 2, Trapped in a Box. And number 3, Just a Girl.
Mr. John Bon
Is it
Jovi.
Meatloaf?
Blondie?
Oh, Gwen, is it Gwen Stefani's band?
Yeah.
Oh, what are they called?
What are they called?
Oh,
LMFAO.
The answer is No Doubt.
I've never heard of those.
Oh.
That's absolutely criminal. They are an amazing band.
If you don't know the No
Fanboy.
Doubt back catalogue, next time we talk to you, we'll be very disappointed. Okay, next round. First song, Black Dog, Kashmir, Whole Lot of Love.
Oh, is it Led Zeppelin?
Correct.
Oi.
Yeah,
Ding,
it's
ding,
about
ding,
Lone
ding.
Baddie.
Okay, this is the final question for bonus points. Which of these is not in McFly?
Oh, here we go.
Harry,
Here we go.
Danny,
Here we go.
or James?
Harry.
James!
It's James.
Harry wishes he was in McFly. So all we've had all summer is like Harry's just been like, oh, like, can we have a bit of a McFly vibe on this song? Can we have a bit of like,
Yeah.
a busted vibe on this song? You can't have too much McFly.
Harry, I back you.
What's your favourite McFly song?
Room on the third floor.
That Room on the Third Floor album was my first album that I ever had. So mine's Room on the Third Floor as well. I love that tune.
All About You and Obviously.
Oh, I know Obviously
is
as
my
well,
favourite
yeah.
one. That
No
one.
one's mentioned Stargirl.
I think it's
Stargirl
overrated,
bangs.
Stargirl.
Stargirl
Actually,
bangs.
I think it's overrated. I don't know, Stargirl.
Shine a light.
Yeah, Shine a Light with Tyler Cruz. That joint went crazy in the club. That was my jam.
Patrick,
Yes.
during the rehearsal, you
Yeah.
had a cheeky game of hockey the night
Oh,
before.
my goodness me.
Yeah, I
And
did.
what was it like kind of getting chewed out, getting singled out in the rehearsal room? It kind of reminded me of like being told off at school. How did
Yeah,
you feel?
it did. It really did, honestly. I was like hot flushes, you know what I mean? Not in a good way as well. I was like burning up at the embarrassment, really. It made me put my ideas up though. Like they said, like you've got to bring it at the gig. And I did. We won't go into what it was.
Was it not the hockey game?
It's just rock and roll. It's just rock and roll. That's all I'm saying. And we'll leave it
right.
at that.
I see. Jacob,
Hello.
the women of Little Mix said that you captivated them in your audition, but also you described yourself as boring. We need to have a word because we do not put ourselves down in this house. Is confidence a bit of an issue, do you think, when you're performing?
Yeah, I think stage presence is I don't think confidence in terms of like how I'm going to sound. I think how I come across is more the issue for me. Like I'm not too worried about the singing. Like for example, my audition, it was more the piano playing that put me on edge, and just the fact I was obviously, I mean, everyone had this, but the fact I was singing to Little Mix, like I have a thing about fame. Like it gets me when I meet famous people, no matter how famous they are, I get a bit sort of quiet and sort of like starstruck basically, but it happens with everyone. So I think that's what it was in my audition. But no, confidence, I'm sort of okay. I mean, the boys will know it takes a while to break me down, like to break my barriers down, I suppose. But now, like, I'm so comfortable with the lads. But like, I think at first, it like social situations, I think it's anxiety. It is anxiety. Like social situations get me a bit sort of, ooh. But no, I'm fine now.
Because honestly, the keyboard playing and the singing speaks for itself. But the starstruck thing, I have a feeling you're about to meet quite a few famouses out there in the wild. So what techniques are you going to use to kind of calm the nerves?
I think I've always thought if I ever meet any of my idols, I think I'd have to pretend I didn't know them. Yeah, if I just pretend sort of like, oh, no, I'm not, stay with me. Never really heard of that. Fair enough, like not just another crazy fan, whereas I am actually a crazy fan.
Steph, how did you keep your cool when you met Lizzo?
I
Unreal.
didn't. I burst into tears as soon as I saw her. I started crying. I was shaking. I was like, "Oh my gosh, you are my queen, and you are incredible." And I absolutely get the anxiety, like pre-seeing somebody that has a bit of a platform. But I think for me, like the person who I thought I would lose control over, but was actually very calm and nonchalant, was Jason Momoa. I kind of just pretended like he was just like some person on duty. Like when I went to Comic-Con, I was just very much like, oh yeah, that's you. But inside I was actually melting. I was dying. When you are in these situations, it's important to kind of like see them as human beings as well. Like sometimes they say, oh, you know, don't meet your idols and things like that. But I think for the most part, just take it in your stride.
If Steph can keep her cool around Jason Momoa, who she is fairly obsessed with, has a picture of on her wall, you all can keep your cool.
That's some real stuff.
It's an issue. It's a problem. But
Steph, can I ask, how did Lizzo react to you just losing it in front of her?
she started crying as well. So it was quite a lovely like bonding moment. And yeah, it was something that I will remember for the rest of my life. So
I'm sure that's special.
yeah, no, that was. So I've got a question for Harry. You're an estate agent. Can you give us a quick demonstration and sell us your new house, which you've all moved into, in 20 seconds?
It's a long way home. You start with 20 seconds. Okay, go. Yeah, I mean, look, the estate agency I've absolutely loved because it gave me my foot up in London. I'm from Coventry. When my old director, Charlie, gave me the opportunity to do it, it was amazing, you know, and he's taught me a lot within 2 years. You know, so I do feel like I could sell anything, not just a house. But this house that we're currently in, we walked in and the first thing we noticed was a beautiful mahogany hardwood flooring. The kitchen used to be separate.
I don't feel ready to purchase the house.
Oh, well, it comes with a charming Irishman.
I don't need one of those, sorry.
Right.
I feel attacked.
So, Matthew, with your performance on the show, what were you thinking when the girls were kind of split during your audition?
Jade came in straight with the no, like straight off the bat, and it was a dagger to the heart. There's not, it was the one situation you're powerless in, you know, you've done your performance, there's no more you can do. She's like, oh, it just wasn't good enough really because there was a lot of talent in it. And I was like, you're right, Jade, you are right. But then I was like, wait, no, I had to snap out of it. And I was like, Harry slags me to this day for everything I've said during those 2 minutes on the stage when it was me and Perry going back and forth. I was just calling to the gods above, and I'm just happy that they saw more of me in the next two stages.
You know, you persuaded them and you smashed it in your live performance. So look at you now.
Also, Patrick, can we get your dad on stage? Because we know you gig with each other. So is he coming into the live shows?
I knew that the dad question would come up. Yeah, he's a beast, is my dad. He's so good. And like all my female friends fancy my dad. It's really annoying. He'll love this. He'll be listening to this being like, course.
I'm going to start the Patrick's Dad fan club.
Sounds like there already is one.
Yeah, I'm joining. I'm in.
Most important question, though. Who's brought the most instruments with them?
In terms of actually bringing him, I think it's Harry. The rest of them have just been here. Like, I walked into the house when we first arrived, went upstairs, and there was just like a row of guitars just staring at me.
They've absolutely sorted us out with around 2017 guitars upstairs.
We've got so many guitars in this house.
4 pianos as well.
Yeah, we got here and there was 4 pianos upstairs. In terms of most unexpected instrument, I won't give it away, but if we get through to week 2, guys, then I tell you what, I've got a fantastic instrument that I'll be whipping out if we get through to week 2.
Oh,
so
really?
you know,
Is it a tuba?
it isn't a tuba, but that's all I'm saying.
Is it a recorder?
It's a gong.
It isn't a
Bring
recorder.
out another recorder.
But you're on the right lines actually, but not that novelty. It's not as novelty as a recorder.
I'm going for a flute.
Can't give anything
Lizzo
else.
vibes.
Flute.
Lizzo
Jacob's
vibes.
got
Okay.
too much swag for a flute. He's got too much swag for that.
I want to know whether we're getting matching outfits also.
Oh, I would love to. I'm not
yeah.
against that at all.
Big
I
take that
genuinely
vibes.
think we're getting, not matching, but I think we're on the lines of costume maybe rather than just general wear. I won't give too much away. Again, I'll be a bit secretive. But
Me and Harry were saying,
Because you don't know.
hey, you don't know either.
you don't know who I've been talking to. You don't know who I've been talking to, Harry.
I'm excited to see the lycra and feathers and mystery instruments that we're going to get next. Thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate
Yeah,
this.
thank you
very
guys
much.
so much.